Hello everyone, and welcome to this year's Walk to Defeat Duchenne across Canada from coast to coast to coast. My name is Duane Allen, and I am a Duchenne dad from Ontario. Before we begin this warm-up, I'd like to begin with a land acknowledgement. We commenced the Walk to Defeat Duchenne 2025 by recognizing that we are assembled on the traditional, unceded, and unsurrendered territory of all First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples of Canada as the stewards of the territory upon which we are collectively gathered today. As we begin our warm-up now, let's take a moment to focus on our breath and check in with ourselves. Remember to embrace a spirit of playfulness and curiosity while being gentle and respectful to your body. And together, we can create a world without Duchenne. So if you're able to, let's come up onto our feet, standing with our feet about hip width apart. We're going to work from our head down to our toes, warming up our body for the walk that you'll be embarking on today. Let's bring the chin over our right shoulder, looking towards the right, not straining your body, remembering to breathe. Coming back through center, over to the left. Back through center. Let's bring our chin towards our chest. Lifting our chin, bringing the gaze up towards the sky, opening through our frontline body. Maybe closing your eyes or softening your gaze. Bring the chin back down. Let's bring the right ear over towards the right shoulder, finding that stretch through the left side of our neck here. Back through center, over to the left. Once again, finding that length through the right side of our neck. Coming back through center. Working down into our shoulders now. Let's bring the right arm across the body, holding on to right around the elbow area. Gently pulling the arm in as we find the stretch coming through our shoulders, across our shoulder blades. Releasing the right arm. Let's bring the left arm up across the body. Maybe the gaze goes over your left shoulder. Or maybe we keep the neck and spine neutral. Releasing the arm back down to the side. Let's bring the shoulders up towards our ears. Beginning some shoulder rolls back. Rolling forward and up back towards the ears. Remembering to listen to your body. If it feels painful, stop what you're doing. One more in this direction. Let's stop here, relaxing through the shoulders. Let's bring the right arm behind our head. Bring the left hand over the elbow as we gently pull the elbow down. The hand comes down the center of our back. Once again, remembering to come back to your breath. Releasing the right arm, let's bring the arms back down beside us. Reaching the arms back up overhead, let's bring the left arm behind our head, holding on to the elbow with our right hand. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And releasing the arms back down beside us, standing tall, feet about hip width apart, toes pointing forward. Let's take an inhale, lifting the arms overhead. Interlacing the fingers, let's turn the palms away. Standing tall, reaching through the palms of our hands towards maybe the sky or maybe the ceiling above you. Let's turn the palms down back towards our head. As our right hand comes to the left wrist, let's lean over towards the right, keeping our shoulders and our hips square. Finding that length through our left side body. Coming back through center, releasing our wrist. Left hand taking hold of right wrist, leaning over to the left. Really generating that length through the right side of our body from the base of our feet all the way up through the tips of our fingers. Rising back up. Let's lower our hands down with a long, slow exhale. Bring our hands behind our back, interlacing the fingers. Imagine that you're holding a tennis ball between the palms of your hands. Feet, once again, about hip-width apart. Let's open the chest, pulling back on the shoulders, coming in through a little back bend. And inhale to rise. Bring our hands to our hips. We're going to work through some pelvic hip circles. Just rotating the hips around, over the ankles. Once again, if it doesn't feel right, stop what you're doing. Maybe the circles need to be a little bit smaller. Maybe you don't have quite as much of a back bend. Let's change directions and go the other way. Remembering to breathe as you work through this warm-up stretch video. Let's take one more round in this direction and we'll meet back through center. Bring the weight of our body into our right foot. We're going to gather the left knee in towards our chest, holding on to the knee with that gentle squeeze. Relax the ankle so our toes are pointing towards the ground. Lowering the left foot down. Transferring the weight over to your left foot. Let's lift that right knee up. Reaching down as we hold onto the shin just below the knee. Relaxing through our ankle once again. Releasing that leg back down. We're going to come into a quad stretch. So the weight's coming into our right foot. Let's bend the left knee. Bring that heel in behind our hips. Squeezing it in towards the buttocks. Continuing to stand tall. Maybe you need to bring yourself over to a wall, or maybe use a shoulder of a friend or a family member beside you. Let's release that foot back down to the ground. As we bend the right knee, well, transfer the weight to your left foot, bending the right knee, taking a hold of the foot. Once again, using the wall or maybe a friend or a family member to help with your balance. Remembering to stand tall. All right, let's release that right foot back down to the mat or to the ground. I'm on a mat here. All right, with our feet about hip width apart, still toes pointing forward, let's take a big inhale together and lift the arms overhead. Bring the palms together. Let's exhale through a forward fold. Hands framing the feet. Hands come up to take opposite elbows with a generous bend in our knees, the abdomen resting over our legs, taking a ragdoll, swaying our body back and forth. Eventually slowing the movement as we find stillness. Remembering to come back to your breath. Let's release our elbows and bring our hands down towards the ground as we step the right foot back, followed by the left. Finding our high plank. Once again, toes or the feet are about hip width apart. Spreading the shoulder blades, pressing the chest away from the ground. Let's bring the knees down to the ground as well. Stacking the shoulders over our wrist. We're in tabletop here. Working through some movement in our spine as we flick the tailbone up, pull the chest through our arms for a cow. And as we exhale, tucking the tailbone under as we press the chest away for cat. Inhale back through a cow. Exhale back through cat. Spreading the shoulder blades apart. Let's bring our body back through a cow on the inhale. And exhale back through cat. We're going to tuck the toes, plant the hands. We're going to lift the hips up, finding a downward facing dog shape here. Equal press through the palms of our hands and the soles of our feet. Fingers and toes pointing forward. Let's lift and lower through the heels. Eventually diminishing the movement to find stillness. Let's look forward between our thumbs and walk our feet back to the top of the mat. Bring our hands to our shins, finding a halfway lift. Crown of our head reaching forward as our hips reach back. And exhale to fold over our strong legs. Inhale as we rise back up, lifting the arms overhead, bringing the palms together, gazing up towards our thumbs. And exhale, let's lower the arms back down beside us. We're going to work through some hip movements here to warm up the pelvic area for this journey, the walk that you're about to embark on. We're going to begin by lifting the left knee up, bring our right hand to the knee. Lower it back down, right knee to left hand, back and forth. Just taking that natural slow movement as we explore some movement through our hips. Eventually, on our next round, we're going to straighten the leg, toe to hand. Let's take one more round on both sides. We'll meet with our feet back on the ground, standing tall. Transferring the weight over to our right foot, we're going to work through some rotations in our hip. So let's bring that left knee up. Open the knee wide. Curling it around. Let's bring the heel back to our glutes. Back up through the front. Open the hip over to the side. Rotate that hip around. Standing tall, keeping the shoulders and ribs stacked over your hips. Let's take one more round in this direction. Knee to the front. Let's lower that left foot down. Weight over to the left foot, spreading through the toes. Bring that right knee up. Leveling through the hips. Let's open the right knee towards the right. Rotating around, heel coming in towards your bum. Lifting that knee back through the middle to the front and opening towards the side. One more round in this direction. Let's bring the right foot back down to the ground. Stepping our feet out wide. We're going to point the toe, angle the toes out as we lower our hips down through a squat. Bring our hands down to the ground, tenting through our fingers. Let's lift the hips. Lower the hips back down through our squat. Lifting once again on the inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Lowering the hips down. Let's lift them back up once again. Walking the feet out slightly wider. Toes still pointing out. Let's lean over to the left. Over to the right as we come through some side lunges back and forth. Using the support of your hands. Taking one more round in each direction here. Let's come back through middle and rise back up. Let's heel toe the feet back through the middle. With our hands on our hips, let's take a step forward with our right foot. Lower the back knee down. Just taking some lunges as we work through the flexion and extension in our hips. Stepping forward. Let's bring ourselves back through that standing position, stepping the left foot forward, bending the right knee, walking the lunges here. Take one more on this side. Let's step ourselves forward. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen and kids. There's your warm-up for this year's Walk to Defeat Duchenne. Leaving you with this mantra as you embark on this journey today. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. Have a wonderful walk, everyone. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.